The following has been rated C for customer confidence. Every international move is unique. So is the protection that goes with it. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through the questions customers ask most often, helping you better understand your choices before your shipment begins its journey. Question 1. What type of international moving insurance do I need? Answer. Here are the 3 levels of coverage available. 1. Lump sum coverage. You declare a total value for the shipment based on its weight, with a per-pound rate generally anywhere between $10 and $16. That total declared value applies only in the case of a total loss, such as a container lost at sea or a warehouse fire, which is rare. In any other claim, you still have to prove the damaged item's replacement value individually. The higher per-pound rate doesn't offer stronger coverage for everyday claims, but does increase your premium for a scenario that rarely happens. This is why Arpin lets you start at $10 per pound. However, if any single item exceeds the policy's per-item cap, which varies by carrier, it needs to be declared separately on top of your lump sum coverage. Unlike many moving companies that offer a single lump sum option based on a declared value of $14 to $16 per pound, Arpin gives you more flexibility. We allow you to start at $10 per pound, helping you avoid paying for coverage you may not need while still providing the protection that's right for your move. 2. Valued Inventory Listing, VIL. This option works if you want more precise coverage by allowing you to declare values for the items in your shipment individually and avoid over-insuring your belongings. 3. Waived Coverage, Minimum Liability. Available for free and offers minimal protection. Under this option, compensation is calculated purely by weight, 60 cents per pound per item. If your 10-pound television is crushed in the container, you receive $6 as reimbursement. This option is best for low-value shipments or for customers willing to absorb risks. Question 2. What does international moving insurance cover? Answer. Coverage varies by policy structure, but you should ask specifically about the following areas. Pairs and sets. If your sofa arrives damaged but the matching armchair doesn't, a lot of policies pay you for the sofa and call it a day. You're left with a new sofa and a chair that may not match. Arpin covers the pair as a unit, meaning if one piece of a matched set is compromised, the claim accounts for the matched set. Mold and mildew. Containers crossing the ocean aren't climate-controlled. Moisture may get in and damage your household belongings. Many carriers treat mold damage as excluded, unlike Arpin. Packing damage. Provided the moving company's team did the packing, your goods are protected. If you packed the box yourself, that box is outside our coverage. This is standard across the industry, worth noting before you decide to pack anything yourself to save time or money. Question 3. What things does international moving insurance not cover? Answer. Climate and atmospheric damage. Wood and metal are prime examples. A teak chest built for humidity will contract and crack when introduced to dry air. The reverse is equally true. Furniture from arid climates brought into humid environments swells, warps, and splits. Metal goods and instruments rust the same way. These are environmental reactions, not transit damage. Theft versus mysterious disappearance. If an item is confirmed missing at delivery, it's likely to be covered. However, once you're alleging theft, it becomes a police matter, and the transit policy may not process the claim. Sentimental value. An international move involves shipping items made priceless through decades or generations of ownership. Unfortunately, insurance only pays documented replacement value, so no policy can account for a photograph that cannot be reprinted or a vase that belonged to a grandparent. Where Arpin can make exceptions, we do, but the policy doesn't compensate for what something meant. Other common exclusions are jewelry, currency, cash, and negotiable instruments. stamp collections, fur coats and furs, acts of war. Question 4. Is there a difference in coverage for sea freight versus air freight? Answer. The method by which your shipment travels changes the ceiling on declared value. Sea and truck shipments max out at $16 per pound. Air shipments can go up to $30 per pound, as air shipments tend to carry higher value items, and air freight is more densely packed. Question 5. What happens to high-value items like art and designer goods? Answer. Every policy has a per-item threshold. Anything individually valued above that threshold needs to be declared separately. Under lump sum, those items go on a high-value inventory sheet, and their declared values are added to your lump sum total. Under VIL, you're already declaring individual values, so nothing extra is required. For items like authenticated art and designer goods, it's essential to have proper documentation in case of a claim. The insurance company will require proof of value, ownership, and authenticity. If you plan to include something expensive in the shipment, have the receipts and certificates of authenticity ready before the move. Question 6. Which international moving insurance option is right for me? Answer. Understanding the differences in coverages will help you choose the option that best fits your needs and the value of your shipment. Lump sum coverage allows you to declare one total replacement value for your entire shipment. It's a simple, convenient option that provides protection for all your belongings under a single declared amount. Valued Inventory Listing, VIL, is a detailed list of the items you're moving, along with the estimated replacement value of each one. You'll list your belongings and assign a realistic replacement value to each item. This information helps you determine the right amount of insurance for your shipment and helps ensure your belongings are properly protected during the moving process. The trade-off is time. Itemizing takes longer than assigning a single lump sum figure. If your shipment has roughly uniform value, a lump sum is simpler to execute. Question 7. Why does Arpin partner with Unirisk for transit protection? Answer. At Arpin International Movers, we partner with Unirisk, one of the most respected names in transportation insurance. Unirisk policies are underwritten by Chubb, one of the world's largest and most trusted insurance companies. Beyond the strength of the policy itself, there's another important advantage. Because your protection is coordinated directly through your moving company, your inventory, shipment details, and claims process are all aligned from the very beginning. That means fewer complications, clearer communication, and a smoother experience should you ever need to file a claim. Arpin International Movers. Your belongings, our responsibility.